In a patch behind the farmhouse, where the pace of life is slow, and the lilies on the lake are broad and lush. We're all living here in clover, and the mating season's over, so there won't be cause for anyone to blush. Our land both green and pleasant, every phantom duck and pheasant, if they had them, would be walking arm in arm. For our life is good and steady, till work, luck, and a big many. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. The kitty fowl who hisses inside as she's my missus, so forgive me if I'm laying on the charm. She goes repeated quacking to point out the skills I'm lacking. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. Come on down and don't be strangers.
For those tender, little juicy balls of love.
How does it go away? Still sitting. I don't know. It's all right for some, I guess.
Well, if you like the sound of it so much, why don't you take a turn at the nest and wipe your webs? I just did the floor this morning.
There's nothing I would like better than to take a crack at sitting up there on those eggs. Yeah, but you look so beautiful. I hate to disturb you up there.
And what about the extension you promised for the nest? It's going to get very crowded around here once the little ones arrive, especially with this one big egg in the clutch. Goodness knows what size that chick is going to be.
Oh, that's got to be a turkey's egg.
And how would a turkey's egg have got itself into my nest? It must be your side of the family.
My side? I know. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens when he hatches, won't we? Anyway, I gotta fly. I promised Rooster I'd help him count his chickens. You'll be here when I get back now, won't ya?
And where else do you think I'm going to be? As a duck, when you're stuck, sat sitting in the middle of your nest, well, at best, you get bored. There goes Drake on the lake. I can see him through the rushes, all the while feeling I'm just ignored. I don't go saying this is all his doing. I'm a sucker for the billing and the cooing. But when you hear that pitter-patter of tiny feet, it doesn't matter how long I've had to sit here minding my brood. Their little heads so soft and downy, their baby pods all golden browny, their beaks constantly open waiting for food. It's the joy of motherhood. Those little ducklings walking around in a line. I'll do what any other mother would to try and do my best in bringing up mine. It's the joy of motherhood. Those little perks that make it all seem worthwhile. I'll do what any other mother would to get my ducks decked out and living in style. Oh, hello, Ida! Good morning, Maureen. And how's the mother to be? Would she be better off if the father who was better than the father who is?
I know exactly what you mean. I sometimes think you'd be better off here with a decoy duck. I think Crispin is a marvelous father when the family arrives.
Oh, not him. A duck by name and a duck by nature, always ducking out of his responsibilities.
Well, it must seem like an eternity up there, but how long is it going to be, dear? How much longer?
Well, by my calculations, they should be here by now. I've taken all my prenatal hatching classes, taught by that self-satisfying storm.
Well, you know, the best things come to those who wait.
I don't know, ladies. Why do we put ourselves through it? Every spring, it's exactly the same.
Oh, but just think of those darling little ducklings with their fuzzy heads.
Oh, all those beaks to feed.
Waking you up at all hours. Getting into deep water. And attracting unwanted admirers.
Like the cat!
Why do we put ourselves through it?
When you hear that dibble-dabble, you're proud to say, hey, that's my rabble! Then watch their maiden voyage out from the bay. Probably down the local watering hole making wait. Come on, girls! I'm sure you want to spend some time with your little babies. Well, Auntie Marmar will be right back.
Aunt Marmar? Weird name.
What a big world it is! Yeah, far out! I was getting all the cramps inside that egg.
Oh, well, don't go thinking that this is the whole wide world. No, children, it extends far beyond the other side of the lake and clear into the churchyard. Well, not that I've been that far.
Let's explore!
What? There are just a few nest rules before you go paddling off. Rule 1, no wet, webbed feet in the nest. Rule 2, you must feather your own nest every morning. Rule 3, no quacking after sunset. Rule 4, no snacking on plankton between meals. And Rule 5, wait, one of you is missing!
Hey guys, there's gonna be another member of the gang.
It's the big one! Oh
Look
dear!
at her on that. Excellent. How come Pete got such a big egg? Yeah, we all got cracked inside regular gel, and that one got a queen-size ostrich shell.
Hey, kids! I'm your dad.
You probably won't be seeing him much. Well, before you missed it, the pitter-patter of petite paddles.
I'm here now, ain't I? Hey, kids, how about a swim? What's the matter? All that sitting taking it out?
There's still one egg to hatch, you dumb clock, and it's a big one.
Whoa! That is definitely a turkey's egg. Ida, you'll never get this one in the water. Why didn't you just leave it, huh?
Quack, quack,
Hey, cut that out! Cut that out! Come on, let's go for a swim. Hey, Ida, teach the other ones how to swim properly, will ya?
Why don't you go and teach them to swim properly, dear? I might as well sit here a bit longer. I've sat here so long now, a few days more won't make much difference.
Okay, all right, whatever you say. All right, kids, let's go to the lake. That's where there's no goat. Hey, wait for me!
Only good for keeping eggshells warm. On the whole, they have always been more uniform. This one's different. This one's different than the rest. I don't believe a turkey's egg could fall into my nest. It's just a freak of nature, just a larger grade than all the other eggs I've ever laid. This one's different, but there's different, and there's different. What about water? Would you like to go for a swim? I'd love to, Mama. Oh, thank goodness. Well, I knew you were one of mine. Well, your father has taken the others down for their first swimming lesson, but, well, there's no reason you and I can't do the same right here at Water's Edge. Nothing too fancy, mind you. Just the basics to get you started. Whoa. It's a bit nippy, but we'll soon warm up. There's just one thing to remember. Don't be afraid of the water.
I'm not afraid. Can we swim out to that island?
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's further than it looks. Why, I haven't been that far since your father and I were courting, and I didn't mean to go that far then. Now, just do as I do, and you'll take to it like a just do as I do, and you'll take to it. Hold your head up high, like the most happy fella, while down below each guy. Apropos, a propeller. Just keep paddling like the clovers. Just keep paddling like the clovers while seeming to be dreaming. Like this. That's it, you've got it! Now bend your knees. Whoa! No splashing, please. Sorry. And steady, watch that eddy to your right. Danger sign! Danger sign? That's fishing line. Fishing line? Which strangles, if it tangles, you are tight. It's the natural, the class of its own. This is wonderful. I am feeling full grown. Look at you. You have every reason to hold your head up high as the free fall troubles your back. Stays nice and dry. But my bottoms and toes just keep paddling like the covers. Just keep paddling like your covers will seem to be dreaming and calm. That's not good. Slow the pace, but I want to go faster. It's not a race. It's a skill I could master. And clearly you are nearly fit to drop. No, I'm not. I could go on all day. Have a break. I feel fresh as a daisy. Your legs must ache. No, they don't. Are you crazy? Maybe. Now, my baby, we should stop. Would one lap of the lake be okay? It's the greatest thing. Can't we have one more try? This is maddening. He swims better than I. Pretty please, give me space. These would lengthen and on your head on high, like the most happy fella will come. Loving side. Apropos, let's just keep paddling like the covers. Just keep paddling like the covers will all seeming to be dreaming and calm. Just below the surface, you may struggle to get by, but nothing can deter you if you hold your head up Mama, when you said I wasn't like my brothers and sisters, well, what did you mean? What's different? Well, can swim a lot better than they can.
Really? And what else?
Yes. Well, remember, it's what's inside that counts, and not what we look like.
What's marmalade?
Marmalade? It's sort of an orange preserve you put on toast.
No! What's mama laid?
Come over here, very slowly. No sun moves.
What are you quacking about?
Something behind you. It is not very nice.
That is your son.
Ah! I created a monster!
Don't be ridiculous. He's just not your run-of-the-mill pond duck, that's all.
That's all. I have a reputation.
I know, dear. And I wouldn't brag about it if I were you.
I tell you, it's a turkey.
Not a turkey. He loves the water.
Cranberry sauce.
See, he didn't even flinch. Come along now, children. It's time to get spruced up and be introduced to the other members of the duck yard and be educated into the ways of the world. Great, don't stare at him.
Look at him.
Now then, children, let's not make a fuss.
Look at him.
Are you sure he's really one of us?
Family likeness isn't strong still. You won't poke fun. All of us must get along. He's a special son. Let's come along now. And stay close to me or you'll get trodden upon. And beware of the cat.
Look at him. Like their Benny's knees are nuts. Look at him. Shower comments, the eggshell shots. Bet the neighbors scream and howl when they see our brood. He's the balanced waterfowl. Why are you so rude?
Touchy.
Hi, Dad, they're just adorable. Oh, how about the big one that didn't hatch out?
Look at him. Come on, Ida, tell me what went wrong. Look at him. Did you leave him in the egg too long? Though I admire you for your pluck, strictly ingenue. He may be no pin-up duck, neither, dear, are you. Well, I really must be going. I heard that the children at the farmhouse are throwing out French bread. It sounds so trashy. I really can't listen. Look at you, look at me, what's it matter? Why do I make you all laugh and
Have you
scoff?
seen your reflection?
Why don't we play with the fishes?
Because you
worked out. Look at him. Does he have his giblets inside out?
What else would explain his looks? Looking quite so rough. However, gourmet cooks, no change his stuff. Look at him, look at us, see the difference. Look at him, look at us, where's the match?
Sometimes we find that it is kinder if some eggs never hatch.
Now that's what I call a snack!
Look at him. Still with nothing but there's so much more. Look at him.
Finest cat food that I ever saw. Better still, he won't be missed. They think he's a lot. Maybe they'll let me assist giving him the shot.
Now, in a moment, you will be presented to her grace, the most distinguished cook on the lake. She was once paired with the mandarin, and you will notice that she has a red band of cloth around her wing.
Should the cloth be orange, mandarin? Get it?
This is the highest distinction that a duck can enjoy. It means that she is looked up to by both Finn and a mule.
Just hold your chin up high and say, quack!
Quack, 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 quack. Look at him. Now he's ruining our photograph.
Just imagine how he's feeling.
Mother Nature must have had a laugh.
The way he's quite appealing.
Look at him. A relation one should sever him. He is hockey and whatever he does, oh, he really is an ugly duckling.
He's my son, and I love him. Do you see what you've done? You're to blame. The duckyard would be so boring if we all looked the same.
Look at him, and be thankful that he's not your kid. Got him as a brother. Look at him, bound to go the way the dodo did. Worse than any other, he worked his time to shove across whatever he did. He should form a solo farm. Look at him, look at me, look at you. You'll agree, anywhere you look will be less free. There he lives, on this way to the wind. Look at
Hey, Dirkie!
Yeah?
You lose an egg!
What do you mean? I don't look anything like that. I'm a self-basting, self-boasting, fine prime specimen with wonderful spurs. As for that, I wouldn't even use it to stuff a duvet with.
Speaking of stuffing, you won't be so full of yourself come Thanksgiving.
I hate that word.
What word? Stuffing?
Oh, Thanksgiving.
Congratulations, Ida. They're delightful.
Oh, thank you, Your Grace.
But tell me, the big chappie at the back, whatever happened there? He's not exactly your classic Beatrice Potter type, now is he?
Well, I do wish the others wouldn't tease him so. He'll turn out all right as he gets older.
Well, the others are a triumph, dear. I only wish that I could have raised a brood of my own this year.
Oh, it was so sorry to hear about that. Oh, you must miss him terribly.
He was a fine duck commander, but alas, he became crispy and aromatic before his time. Still, life goes on. Now, where has Maureen got to with that French bread?
Oh, we must try it. Even the crust are nice. Come along and roll. Yes.
I'll give it a dabble.
Oh,
I got room for a little double double.
come on, have a little. That's lovely.
Oh, they pay for the heck bandage. Ida, you really are going to have to do something about that Honk. Oh, look, croissant! Oh, so I love croissants.
Get back, you're too big for your age anyway.
I'm hungry too. Why is everyone always picking on me? Honk! Honk! If they knew just how dearly I would love to. Honk! But it's true, I'm a bird who seems to lack the knack. I'm just different. I'm just different from the rest. And who can blame them wanting me to find another nest? But different isn't naughty. Different isn't bad. So why should being different make me sad? I'm just different. They're like peas from the same pod. No wonder they make fun of me. Life's harder when you're on. But different isn't scary. Different is no threat. And though I'm still their brother, they forget. I didn't choose to look this way. I didn't want to be unique. I don't like these grubby feathers, and I hate my stubby beak. There's a runt in every litter, one black sheep in every flock. But when you know it's you somehow, your ego takes a knock. I'm just different, but I have a sense of pride. My looks may well be funny, but I hurt the same inside. Different isn't spiteful, different isn't wrong. So why is it so hard to get along? I only want to get along. Different isn't hateful. Different could be swell. Different is just, well,
Hello, Ducky.
who are you?
I'm your friend.
I don't have any friends. Everyone hates me because I'm ugly.
Ooh, they can be too cruel. You know, I think you look delicious.
What did you say?
I said that poultry can be so malicious. Ooh, look at them guzzling all their bread.
It's supposed to be very nice. It's French.
All wrong! Now, you mean to tell me they didn't let you have any?
Not a crumb.
Well, that settles it then. Lunch is in on me.
Do you really mean it? You really are a friend?
Oh, yeah, of course. Come along.
But I should really tell my mother.
Oh, no, look. She is talking to her Grace. And didn't you know a duckling should never interrupt anyone who's talking to her Grace?
But I really think I should. Oh, what? Oh, yes, please.
Now, let us stale, but one mustn't crumble.
Mama. Yes, just a moment, dear. Oh, Mickey, get off down his foot. You're making her go in circles. Mama, what if you... Yes, of course, dear. Billy, such large minds, you're going to choke. In water first, lovely. Mama, I would invite... Of course, just a minute, dear. Oh, Fluff, I certainly hope you're not just picking out the raisins.
Listen, we won't be gone for long, and what harm can it do? And you're hungry, aren't you?
Oh, yes, I am.
Well, that makes two of us. Now, come along.
Well, if you're sure.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
It's Ida I feel so sorry for. The thought of giving birth to that egg makes my eyes water. Oh, and I just think it puts out the wrong message having something like that paraded around lakeside amenities.
I beg your pardon. But that is my son that you're talking about. And there's nothing wrong with him. He just looks a bit different, that's all. And I think it makes him someone rather special.
I agree with you, Ida. And if I agree with you, then everyone agrees with you. And I think an apology is in order from you two.
Sorry, Ida.
Well, wait a minute. Where did he go?
I thought he was with you.
Well, he was just a minute ago. He was right here.
Well, if he's got any sense, he went to go to find a bag to put over his head.
That is enough, Drake. He was trying to ask me something. I was just here.
Oh, he just gone back down to the lake. Oh, how he loves swimming.
But he wouldn't go not without telling me. Where is he?
For goodness sake. All right. Henrietta Marie. Go take a look over by the hen house. Turkey, go look by the milkshake. I will take the kids and look down by the lake.
Come on, everyone. I'll coordinate with the grain store.
We'll find him.
Hurry.
Welcome to the Kitty Cat Snack Shack! Fast food for famished felines!
It's a nice place you've got here.
Ooh, it's a little bijou perhaps, but I think of it as home. Now, let's see what we'll have. Casserole of duck, duck with cherries, duck with chestnuts, duck and pineapple, duck pate, duck pancakes with plum sauce. Ah, here we are! Duck all around!
Well, what are we having?
Well, we're having you for lunch.
Well, yes, I know, but what are we going to eat?
Ooh, I'll just whip something up. A surprise.
My mother must have been thinking of someone else. She told me to beware of the cat.
Mothers, they're all the same. For some reason, they think it's in their job description to keep us from having fun. But no, not my mother. Did I ever tell you what my mother said to me?
Well, no.
Come over here, I'll tell you a little story. I remember as a kindergarten kitten, one phrase that left me singularly smitten. You can play with your food before you eat it. You can chili your chow before you chew. You can play with your food, don't beat it. So that let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can jest with your joint before you slice. You can play with your food, why bite it? It's a crazy little game called lunch. So, tell me, Ducky, what kind of game would you like to play? It can be anything, and I won't tell your mother.
Anything? Well, paddle, mud, go back to the shallows. Then maybe if there's time, go sliding through the slime to the place where they find marshmallows.
Okay.
I'll go and slay a dragonfly, watch water boatmen race. To say that cats are dangerous is clearly not the case.
Rather play a game that's sharp and witty, and preferably with something in the kitty. and fine. You can play with your food before you gulp it. You can mess with your meal before you munch. You can play with your food before you gulp it. It's a crazy little game called lunch. So, what do you want to play?
We could go brushing through the rushes, dashing down a ditch, find kind of place where it's boggy. We make a little camp, then a secret of a jam for me and I make the moggy.
Yeah, later!
If the other ducklings want to come and join our games, they have to make a promise first to stop calling me names.
Well, I'll help you forget the way that they scolded. Just as soon as I have got my napkin folded. Oh, Ducky, where are you? Oh, we playing a little game? Maybe a little hide and seek? Where are you, Ducky? Am I getting warmer? Where have you gone, Ducky? Whoops! I think I saw you! So, tell me, Ducky, do you like oranges?
I don't know, I never tried one.
Well, suck on this! The crazy little game called lunch!
What was that noise?
Oh, salivating!
I think it's coming from outside.
Oh, it's those wretched children playing ball by the yard! Do they come and play with me? Do they ring around my Rosie? I don't even suppose that they remember that they own a cat! And some little kids shouldn't even own animals! And 8 out of 10 cats that showed a preference would agree with me!
What are people?
People, oh boy, you don't want to get messed up with them. They are bad news. And you can consider yourself lucky, Ducky, that I will save you from ever having to encounter them.
Duck!
Yes, I know, it's a duck.
Duck!
Yes, it's a running duck.
Actually, I think I'm a mallard.
Duck!
Struck out by a foul ball.
Oh no, you broke the window! Look, the ball's going inside!
Oh no, they're coming in! That's a good idea. You hide there until the heat is off. I'll go this way and try and find my own way back to the duck yard. Perhaps we can have lunch some other time. Goodbye!
Right past the hen house and left past the cowshed, or well, I know we passed a pig shop. I remember the smell. Or was it left past the cowshed? Oh no! I think I'm lost.
Lost? Ida, ducklings don't get lost with cats. Well, we don't know for sure. Did the cat really eat it, Mama? That's gross.
Yeah, imagine eating something as ugly as that.
Well, now that is enough of that. Not one more quack about it. He's probably on his way back. He'll be home by morning, and when he gets back, you are going to be nice to him. Now, off to roost, all of you.
Ida, it's going to be all right. I know it will be.
An eerie mood descends upon. It seems so strangely quiet. The rumor is the cat has had more roughage in his diet.
He is a smart, tough little duck, and he can outsmart that mangy old Tom. No, he's on his way back here right now, and I'll just have to go out and find him, won't I?
Poor Ida has our sympathies. She looks so sad and gloomy, but looking on the brighter side, her nest is now more roomy. For his rather difficult to say consoling things. Tonight the ugly duckling sleeps beneath an angel's wings. Tonight the ugly duckling sleeps beneath an angel's wings.
And rolling. So tell me, Ida, it's been a week now since your son has been missing. How are you bearing up? Could you manage it here for my
Good. They've arrived. Ida, leave this to me, love. What do you think's my best side, huh?
What have you done?
Zoom in for the headshot. Confusion, anguish, matrimonial disquiet. I love it. Please close up for your reaction shot.
Ida, this is Maggie Pie. No, from America's Most Feathered. This will get us one up on those old pelicans. Oh, Maggie Pie. I guess that photo I promised you was a bit torn up.
Ida.
Now wait. Of course, we're all in a state of very deep.
Ida, there have been rumors of barnyard bullying. Do you believe your son was abducted, or perhaps did he run away to escape his persecutors?
What are you saying?
That's good. I'll buy that. It's defensive, it's emotional, and it has just a hint of anger. I'm filling up here.
Why don't you just go away? I love you.
Oh, nice, very nice. Feisty cells, feisty cells.
Does no one care about what I think? Huh?
Sir, I'm sorry. I'm coming to the end of transmission. I am going to leave the final word with Ida, just in case her son is out there listening. For now, this is Maggie Pie from America's Most Feathered saying, if you see anything suspicious, like thieving magpies or lost ducklings, the chicks on the switchboard are waiting to take your call. All right, Ida, it's all yours.
Oh, Ida, stop that blubbering.
Go away! Oh, just go away! Every time I turn around, I expect you to appear. Everyone may call my name.
your time, love. You know you are. Besides which, it's dangerous to go beyond the courtyard this time of year.
I won't be satisfied till I know the truth. Oh, please try to understand, Drake. A mother knows.
Well, at least take the cell phone.
Every moment lasts an hour, and every hour lasts a day. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
Well, now where have they gotten off to? What a shabby flock! No discipline! That's the trouble with goslings today.
They're probably just tired, dear. We have been marching for an awfully long time.
Oh, poppycock! Would you rather that we fly with a shootout on the marsh today? Oh, no, my dear. This way.
Excuse me, I wonder if you could help.
Eyes front, dear. UFO at 4 o'clock. Keep walking.
But you see, I'm lost.
Huh? Lost. No excuse for bad navigation. Any duck that loses his way doesn't deserve his wings. Isn't that what I always say, dear?
Always, dear.
But I can't even fly yet. I got lost on foot.
Infantry. Now that's messy business.
But he's only a youngster, dear. Maybe we should direct him. I mean, give him his marching orders.
Oh, very well. We're geese, migrants, birds of passage. We run a pretty tight ship here, and it wouldn't do for us to lose our way.
Well, there was that time we ended up in the Wayward Islands.
No, dear, no, dear. The Windward Islands, windward. And that was an entirely different situation. I mean, strong headwinds, weak thermals, we were blowing way off course.
So how come my sister managed to end up in Fort Lauderdale then?
Yes, well.
So where were you trying to get to, dear?
Back to my mother on the lake. I know it must not be far. I did see some ducks flying over not too long ago.
Well, if you did, it was probably their last flying mission.
What do you mean?
Well, didn't you hear the ground air? The ack, pop, pop, bang, bang?
No.
Oh, there's a chute on the marsh, dear. It's very dangerous.
Well, what is a chute?
Well, it's a people sport. So first, one group of men go out into the marsh and they scare the ducks up into the air. And then a second group with guns go and shoot them back down again.
Wow! The cat did warn me about
The
me.
cat!
Yes, I did go off with this cat.
Parents probably wanted to get rid of the ugly blighter.
Oh, didn't your mother tell you how dangerous a cat is?
Yes, she did, but
Oh, nasty piece of work. I mean, it'll pull your wishbone out just as soon as look at you.
the cat said he was my friend.
Oh, you don't want friends like that, dear. Your mother was right to warn you.
What?
Yeah. That's the gun dogs. They must be starting the shoot down on the marsh again. Well, I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but it's time for maneuvers. You two, at ease. Company, fall in. I didn't mean literally.
All right, let's have a look at you. Eyes front. Barnacles, when I said eyes front, I naturally assumed that your body would be facing in somewhat the same direction.
Hurry, Wing Commander.
Pinkfoot, you've trodden in something again. How many times do I have to tell you to mind your own business? Snowy? Oh, never mind, Snowy. Never mind. Men, we've received orders to embark on a mission that is both delicate and dangerous.
Well, which one is it?
Now, our mission is one of reconnaissance and reunification.
All right, translation. What's he trying to tell us?
Well, this duckling's lost his mum, bless him, and we're going to find her.
Oh, why did he just say that?
You can always tell a pompous goose by pigeon English.
All right, men. We're about to embark on a mission the likes of which we have never taken part in before. You're a fine body of geese, and I know you will give it your very best. I salute you! We're off on a wild goose chase. We will be no stranger to danger. The squadron will show no fear.
We're off, and no matter where we roam, although the mind boggles, the gaggle and goggle is sure to find your home.
Run, wait, prepare for take-off, dear. We must show the way.
Honk at him, I fear his cabin lights are rather dim.
Chucks away, our air display must start.
We're off on a wild goose chase. It's a simple mission, position the whereabouts of your farm. We're off, and unless we're blown into kingdom come, we won't be back until we found your home.
But we don't even know where his farm is, dear. How are we going to plan the route?
Don't worry, dear. I'll navigate.
That's what I was afraid of.
We're off on a wild goose chase. It's a thankless task, but we ask them to do it as well as we. We're off, keen to solve this problem's crux. For what could be grander than having a gander for a wall missing ducks?
Excuse me, sir. Cattails advancing from the rear.
Barnacles, how many times have I talked to you about your spectacles? Get them checked. Cattails do not advance. One of the things they are best known for is being rooted to the spot.
Hello, Ducky! I thought I lost you.
Stand back or I'll peck.
Ooh, be still my quaking legs. I'm going to be goose.
What are you doing here?
Well, what are things for? I've come to take you home. Your mother's been carrying on something fearful.
My mother? You've seen my mother?
Of course, she sent me to fetch you. Special envoy.
Now, listen here, Cat. I'm in charge of this squadron, and it's taken special charge of getting this duckling back to his mother.
Well, I wouldn't try flying at the moment. Haven't you heard the guns?
Now, we'll commence maneuvers as soon as the shooting party is over.
It's their party and we'll fly if we want to. answer, just a little joke.
Very little.
Maybe I could be of assistance. I'll go over to the chute and let you know when they're packing up for the day.
Well, very good. But no funny business. I know several ways to skin your type.
It's like taking candy from a baby.
We're off on a wild goose chase.
You may think it odd that a squad such as ours should perform this role.
We're off, and we'll prove that's not the case.
Avoiding the hack-ack, we'll search for this quack-quack.
And then return to base.
Company, present paper! Company, present home! Men, once again we're about to embark on a very difficult mission. I know you know how difficult it is and the ultimate price that you may have to pay. I want you to know how very proud I am of you. Keep a stiff upper beak, men, and always remember our motto, Semper Victoriam, non pate de foie gras.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dot, and I am your senior flight attendant. And on behalf of Captain Greylag, I would like to welcome you to this afternoon's flight from boggy marshland to some far-flung farm. We will be cruising at an altitude of several feet and flying in a rather attractive formation. In the unlikely event of a safe and emergency landing, we ask that you observe the safety procedures that we have been through so many times before. We thank you for flying Goose Air the Fluffy Skies.
We won't be back until we
The coast's clear! They're putting away their guns!
Are you sure?
On one of my lives.
Well, all right, men, final check. And here's a parachute for the cat.
For me?
Yes, you're coming with us. You don't think I'd leave you here with the duckling, do you? Oh, no. Back of the line.
Oh, cat litter!
We're